First of all, good evening everyone and welcome to the sessions with 360DigiTMG. So in this series, we are covering topics of Python. Um, so today our topic is time series plots. Our today's topic is time series plots. And so we already know what time series data is. The data which is collected at regular time intervals. Okay. So for example, if you are having a sales data, so sales data which is collected regularly on daily basis or on weekly basis or on monthly basis. So that data in which time component is there, the data which is collected regularly, the data is called as time series data. Okay. And for this data, we plot it on the axes, x-axis and y-axis. And in that, on x-axis, we have time. Okay, your time can be uh, hour, day, year, and month it can be. Okay, and on y-axis, you have the values. The values which you want to plot according to this time. Okay, this is how time series plots are plotted. Okay, now this was the theoretical things related to time series plots or time series data. So now we will start with the actual coding of this time series plot. Okay, to start with time series plot, we need to import the necessary libraries. So to import the data set, we will import pandas as PD. So this library is basically used for data manipulation. Using this pandas library, we can load the data and then data visualization libraries. First one is matplotlib dot pyplot as plt and then import cbon as SNS. Okay, here I'm just importing libraries. The names are pandas, matplotlib, and cbon. But I am importing it with some abbreviations. PD, PLT, SNS. Why? Because while writing the code, it will become handy for programmer to write. Okay, now using this, we will load one data set. I will also describe the data set. So first, we will load the data. So this is inbuilt data. For the data frame, I will give name data. SNS is nothing but your cbon library dot load. Okay, this load dataset is the function of cbon library, and we are using it to load the dataset. So our dataset name is fMRI. So this data we are going to use for plotting time series plots. Sorry. So first you have to import the libraries. So this is the Spider IDE where you can write the Python code and line by line you have to run the code. For this icon is used, run selection or current line. Okay, so I'm running. So my pandas is imported, matplotlib is imported, and cbon is imported. Now you can load this data set. Okay, And in the variable explorer in Spider itself, you will get this data. Okay. So now you can see index, which is nothing but the rows, entries in your data, subject, time point, event, region, and signal. Okay. These are the data columns you have. Now, for this all data columns, I will give description to you. Okay, fMRI is nothing but functional magnetic resonance imaging, and for that, uh, by using that technique, we are basically measuring the brain activities, and columns are subject. So subject is nothing but subject identifier. Time point means the column which we require in time series data. Time point at which the signal was measured. Event, type of event. There are two values, stimulus or cue. Region, brain region where this measurement is taken, and signal, the measured fMRI signal value. Okay, this is our data set in which we are having five columns. One of it is uh, time, one of it is time data. This time point is nothing but our time data. Now we will first convert the time point to date time. Okay, so this time point, when you go to data, okay, time point is in this format. So we need to change this. So for that, I will take data frame name, column name, which is time point, and using pandas libraries. So I told you already, we need to use pandas library for data manipulation. So here we are using pandas to change the data type to date time. Okay, this is the function of pandas library to date time that I am using to change this. And once again, data, column name, time point, unit equal to, in this way, this will be changed to date time. Okay, now when you check your data, see, time point is changed to date time object so that we can now plot our time series plots. And one more thing before plotting, we will sort the data. Data is equal to data dot sort values. So we need to sort values of time point data because we need a plot in continuous position because these time points are not sorted. So we need to sort it first before plotting our plots. So this is the line of code for sorting the data values. Okay. Now when we check our data, okay. Now this is sorted according to the date and time. 1/1/1970, 1/1/1970. According to time and date, this is sorted. Now we will go to our first plot. first plot is fMRI signal over time. Okay, we are plotting the fMRI signal over time, and for that we will plot a figure first. Okay, empty figure, and for that we can also give the figure size. Our figure size will be 12:6, and you can change it accordingly. So when I run this only, to showcase this thing, you have to write full code. Now I will plot the actual visualization. plt.plot data. So on our x-axis, we should have time point. So first parameter will be data time point, and after giving comma, you can immediately place your uh, column on y-axis. So on y-axis, we have fMRI signal. So the column name is signal. Okay, so the meaning of this basically is on x-axis we are plotting time point, and on y-axis we are plotting the signal. Then label. Label is equal to signal. I will put all parameters first and then I will explain this. Color is equal to blue. So here I have given blue color. You can change it accordingly. And one more parameter. Marker is equal to okay, this label will add a label for the line used in the legend, and color will be blue, and marker is equal to O adds circular markers at each data point. Okay, so this will add circular markers at each data point so that it will be more readable for the reader. Now we will give title to our plot. So this same plt dot title, you can choose any title of your choice. We will give fMRI signal over time. And for this, you can choose font size. Okay, so I am just sharing all the required parameters with you. Font size equal to 14. Okay, so here we gave the title also. Then for x and y axis, we will give the labels. Plt dot x label. So on y axis, our label is time point. And for this also, you can choose any font size. I will copy this font size. So as it is X and Y label, we will reduce the font size. Similarly, we will give label to Y axis. So for that plt dot Y label, and on Y axis we have signal. Okay, font size is equal to 12. PLT dot legend. Okay, I will tell you the meaning of this legend after plotting the visualization. PLT dot grid, which we keep true. So PLT dot grid is equal to true means it will add a grid on your visualization. So the points will be more visible to you. And one more thing, I will don't add this. Some more finishing to our visualization. PLT dot tight layout, and at the end, after writing all your code lines, you have to write PLT dot show. So this will show you the visualization. Okay, so I will run this now. Okay, here you can see. Okay. fMRI signal over time. This is the label. On y-axis, we took signal as a label. On y-axis, time point as a label. And this signal is nothing but legend. Okay, this is what legend is. And you can see the dots in your visualization. So this is because of marker is equal to O. And you can see color is blue. You can change the color. Suppose if you don't want blue, I will place red here. And then I will, okay, your plot will become red. So this was our first plot. Similarly, we will see few more examples. Okay, now we will see the plot using Seaborn. So for that same, I will give the title first. So we will see fMRI signal over time, but using Seaborn. Okay. For that same, reality dot figure and size will be 12.6. And using Seaborn means SNS, we will plot a line plot, and in that x is equal to, so the parameters for matplotlib and Seaborn are little bit different. So in Seaborn, you have to declare the x and y like this. X is equal to time point and y is equal to signal. You have to declare the data also. Data is equal to data. If some parameters are same, you can check. Some parameters are as it is copied, and color into green color now. Okay, so line plot and title. So the rest of the part will be same. I will do what? I will just copy this rest of the part. So this basically will give us the same plot, but we are plotting it with the Seaborn. Instead of copying, ELT.x label will be time point. Font size equal to 12. ELT dot tight layout. Okay, so I just written the code once again. So let's see if it is working or not. Okay. In this way, you will get the same plot but using Seaborn. Okay, this is actually line plot, and this is also line plot, but in that the specifications are different. You can see the both plots, the structure of both plots is same. First one is also showing the fMRI signal over time, and this one is also showing the same. But for this, we used the Seaborn. And here one more term I added here. PLT.x ticks rotation is equal to 45. You can see in the visualization, the x-axis points are rotated by 45 degrees. Okay. So sometimes you have much data on x-axis. So to fit that data, you can rotate. So here I rotated it by 45 degrees. You can rotate it by 90 degrees according to your data size on x-axis. Okay, this is how you can plot the time series plots. I gave you example using Matplotlib and Seaborn as well. Thank you so much for the joining the session. Keep it up and good luck.